Now coming to xerophytes. These are the plants which are living in water scarcity condition. There is a constant deficiency of water. This deficiency of water may be of two types. That is, one is the physical dryness. These plants grow in that region which have very less amount of water. That is a physical dryness. In desert, from where only 20-meter rainfall. In desert, from where only 20 centimeter rainfall or even less than that takes place, that is an area of complete physical dryness. Second is physiological dryness. What is that? Sometimes water is present in the habitat, but due to some reasons plant is not able to absorb the water. So that is physiological dryness. High concentration of salt water and low temperature habitat is a type of physiological dryness habitat. So when is the physiological dryness taking place? When there is high concentration of salt or there is low temperature. At that situation, the plant is not able to absorb the water, so it leads to dryness again. Xerophytic plants are of many types on the basis of habitat. Halophyte, which grows in saline habitat, it is halophyte. Such soil is called marshy soil. In the soil which they grow, it is marshy soil. Such type of land is unfertile and it is barren. Second is epiphyte. Such type of autotrophic plants which grow on other plants, they are called epiphytes. So basically these are those plants which are growing upon another plant. So these are epiphytes. Xerophytes, these plants grow in cold soil, such as plants grown in the high range of Himalayas. So these are xerophytes. Then it's chasmophytes. These plants grow in the crevices of the rock. Samophyte, these are the plants which are growing in sandy soil. Lithophyte, these plants are growing either on the rocks or on the sedimentary soil. That is the slope of Aravalli hills. They are the plants which are grown, they are lithophytes. Xerophytes are divided into three groups by Kearney and Chance on the basis of their habitat. Now another type of classification. Drought escapers or ephemerals. Such type of plants usually grow in desert. These plants complete their life cycle in favorable moisture and humid season. They leave their mature seeds and degenerates before unfavorable condition. So this is the first type, that is drought escapers. These plants are not facing water scarcity, so they are not truly the xerophytic plants. And what adaptation? They do not have any xerophytic adaptation. Spines are found which help them to protect from the grazing animals. Example is Argemone mexicana, Solanum, Xanthocarpum. So here is your beautiful Solanum xanthocarpum diagram which is there. The root system is very long and penetrate the soil to great depth and is well developed. The shoot is less developed, that is high root shoot ratio, and as compared to the root, so that it reduces the transpiration. So basically when we are talking about high root and shoot ratio, we are referring it in the terms of transpiration, the loss of water which is there. So the shoot is less developed, so the ratio is less. The roots are developed in sandy soil. Length of roots are more than shoots. Leaves, the maximum adaptations are related with the leaves only. The leaves are pinnately compound in most of the groups. So we have two types, palmately compound and pinnately compound leaves. So it is of pinnately compound when we are talking about this group. A thick layer of cuticle and wax is present on the upper surface of leaves. So this is a property of non-succulent xerophytes, another type of xerophytes which are having a thick layer of cuticle. The epidermis, the outermost layer which is present, it is covered by a waxy substance, that is cuticle, and it is present on the outermost layer. Rolling leaves, it is also a feature of some xerophytes. These leaves are fold during the midday so that water is not lost. Example is Ammophila, Amptera and Po. These are having the rolling leaves. Stipules is present, one thing is there. Stipules are modified into the spines. These spines which are there, they are, I told you, they are present to protect themselves from the grazing animals. Example is Acacia or Babool. Stomata is of sunken type. Sunken stomata, it is in property of xerophytes where the stomata is lying deep down the layer, not on the top epidermal layer, but it is deep down so that the loss of water can be prevented. A cavity is present outside the stomata that is called hypostomata cavity, and these stomata are surrounded by the hairs. Such type of stomata prevent the water loss. So as I told you, this is the property of sunken stomata. Deep down above of it, there will be a hypostomatal cavity, and hair will be present all around so that water loss can be prevented. The presence of hair on water are called The presence of hair on the leaves is called trichophily. So this is a specific term which is given, so it is trichophily. Mechanical tissue and the vascular tissues, they are well developed in such kind of plants because they require strength, proper strength to withstand such harsh situations, and xylem and phloem should be proper so that they can get food and water. So there is no problem to them. So they are very good in development. The intercellular space are absent, so the cells are tightly arranged. Next are the halophytes, the plants which are living in saline conditions. So what are those? Atriplex is the name that is present majorly in salty soils. The plants which grow in salty soils or saline soils, they are halophytes. Physiological dryness are found in halophytes. So physiological dryness is a property. What are the adaptations? The stomata which is there, it is similar to the kind which was there in xerophytes, that is sunken stomata. They are succulent and water is stored in the plant organs. The adaptations, the osmotic pressure, if we talk about, it is the osmotic pressure of the cell sap is highest of these plants. Yes, it is the highest. It is of around 30 mmHg, that is, we are counting in terms of atmospheric pressure, so it is the maximum. Chalk glands are present. Now what are these chalk glands? They are found in roots and leaves of some halophytes which secretes the lime.